wind reaches you before the island does. A deep, endless howl, carrying the scent of salt, dust, and something metallic. Then, through the haze, shapes rise from the ground. Twisted silhouettes with bleeding trunks and crowns, shaped like ancient scars. They do not move, but somehow they feel aware of you. This is Socotra, the place where nature watches back. The wind begins long before the island appears. A hollow, distant roar rising from the direction of the Indian Ocean, as if something ancient is breathing. When the clouds part, Socotra emerges beneath it, an island so isolated, so strange, that scientists still argue whether it belongs more to Earth or to something older. For 20 million years, this land has been cut away from the African continent, drifting in silence, baking under a brutal sun, sculpted by winds sharp enough to carve stone. In that isolation, life did not just adapt, it mutated. It became something the world had never seen before. Something the world still struggles to understand. That is why today, scientists call Socotra Earth's last alien biosphere. The first step onto the island feels like stepping onto the surface of Mars. The ground is cracked and red, the rocks twisted into impossible shapes. And the vegetation does not look like vegetation at all. More than 800 species exist here, and almost all of them live nowhere else on Earth. More than 90% look foreign, swollen, armored, geometric, like living sculptures from a distant world. And then the trees appear. The dragon blood trees rise across the ridges. Broad, umbrella-shaped crowns split like ancient arteries. Their bark is pale and scarred, and when cut, they bleed. A thick crimson resin oozes from their wounds, sliding down the trunk like fresh blood. People once believed the trees were alive in ways plants were not. That they could feel, that they could decide. In ancient times, healers crushed this red resin into powders for medicine, antiviral balms, antibacterial salves, dyes used by civilizations long gone. Today, researchers still test it in modern laboratories. Some claim it contains compounds capable of slowing tumors, fighting infections, reshaping parts of modern medicine. But the tree that bleeds is dying, and once it disappears, its secrets disappear with it. As the wind intensifies, another shape rises from the rocks. Thick, swollen trunks. Branches contorted like human limbs, frozen mid-motion. Adenium obesum, the desert rose. The locals call it the bottle tree. Its bloated body stores water deep within. Enough to survive months, sometimes years, without rain. Under the setting sun, these trees resemble silhouettes of people. Watching, waiting, unmoving. Many travelers swear the trees change shape at night. No one can prove it. No one tries. Much of Socotra is still unmapped. 70% of the island remains untouched, hidden behind mountains carved by relentless winds. Valleys where no one has walked in recorded history. Scientists believe unknown species still hide there. Plants, insects, perhaps entire ecosystems. Life preserved by time, shielded from the world, evolving in ways the rest of Earth never experienced. The beaches tell a different story. Under daylight, the coastline glows white, so bright travelers must shield their eyes. The sand is pure limestone ground by ages of crushing waves and ancient coral. Under the moon, it turns silver. When the wind rises, the entire coast hums. Every plant on Socotra has been reshaped by survival. The salty ocean winds burn soft leaves. So over millennia, the plants abandoned leaves altogether. Now they grow thorns, fleshy, water-heavy spines, natural armor against the salt. Livestock cannot graze here. Nothing domesticated survives long. This island chooses what may live. Even the bees are different. Socotra's bees are among the most resilient on Earth. Resistant to parasites, diseases, collapse. Their honey glows amber gold and smells faintly of wild resins. It is so pure, so antibacterial, that researchers call it the cleanest honey on the planet. Its scarcity makes it valuable, but it comes from an ecosystem on the edge. And deeper inland, where cliffs rise like ancient fortresses, a small community survives almost untouched by time. They speak Socotri, a language older than Arabic, older than the empires that rose and fell around them. It has no written form. Words live only in memory, in breath passed from one generation to the next. They survived not because the island was kind, but because they listened to it. For thousands of years, the people here harvested dragon blood resin, not greedily, but as ritual. They believed the tree gave blood only to those who approached with respect. Today, the resin travels the world. Used in natural antibiotics, wound sealers, perfumes, sacred incense, skin treatments. Pieces of Socotra in places that will never see the island. Yet the most powerful force here is still the wind. It never stops. It sweeps across cliffs, bends the trees, shapes the rocks, carries whispers through canyons. So deep, sunlight never reaches. People say the wind has its own voice, that it speaks at night, that if you stand alone near the dragon blood forests, it sounds like the land itself breathing. Some travelers hear footsteps behind them. Others hear knocking inside hollow trees. One wrote that the wind sounded like someone calling his name. Whether imagination or something older than language, no one knows. But every explorer leaves with the same feeling. Socotra is alive. Not just its plants, not just its creatures, The island itself, an ancient biosphere, untouched by the world, shaped by time, carved by the wind, slowly slipping away. Scientists warn the dragon blood tree may not survive another century, and if it falls, humanity loses one of its oldest medicines. Socotra is a reminder of what Earth once was. Raw, wild, unfiltered. Life that did not follow our rules. Life shaped in silence. And here, in the place where trees bleed, where beaches glow white, where forests twist like living sculptures, you are not just a visitor. You are a witness to a world that should not exist, to a world that refuses to die, to a world the wind never lets you forget. And Socotra is only the beginning. Far across the continent, on the border of Rwanda and the Congo, there is a lake filled with enough trapped methane to erase everything around it in a single breath. A lake that trembles from within. A lake that scientists fear may be counting down. Lake Kivu, a silent bomb beneath the water. If you want to see what happens when water becomes a bomb, don't miss the next episode. Like the video, subscribe and join us as we travel to Earth's most dangerous places. Off the map.